Hello everyone. You know how a lot of YouTubers have their thing that they say in the beginning of their video and then the thing that they say at the end of their video? I don't have that yet because this is my very first video. Now, that to say, I have actually made a couple of videos for YouTube, but they were with my husband, either just fun videos that we made around our homestead back during the COVID days, or a couple of videos with him for his work to do some courses. I have not made a video by myself where I'm just talking to the camera like a lot of YouTubers do. So it does feel a little bit funny to be doing this. However, I decided that I would go ahead and start a YouTube channel for a couple of reasons. One, I am on the cusp of, how would you say, transition, I guess. In the next couple of years, I'm going to be transitioning out of something that I've been doing for nearly 30 years. And I don't want to just wait until then and then try to figure out life and say to myself, okay, now what? I want to have an easy, smooth, hopefully easy transition. The other thing is, as I was thinking about building an online platform in the last couple of months, I kept seeing YouTube video suggestions saying things like, if you're in your 40s or 50s, you should start a YouTube channel. Now, I'm not going to tell you my exact age because I grew up in the days where a lady never shares her age, but I just gave away that obviously I'm in my 40s or my 50s and you can decide which. So here I am making my first video and I want to welcome you to my channel. And I hope that we can just have fun together, figuring life out, figuring out the transition. One thing that I want to be careful to say as I'm moving into a new phase of life is I want to just say it's just that, a new phase of life, a different phase of life, not necessarily a better phase. And I'm sensitive to that because I do watch a number of YouTube videos and channels, and a lot of women my age or maybe a little bit older right now in this time that we're living in are saying things like making my second half my best half or making this my best decade. The reason that I want to be sensitive to that is that I don't want the people that I was interacting with or giving my life to for these previous 3 decades or so to think that those weren't good decades and that now, oh, I'm done with those. Now I'm ready to move on to something else. Versus I like the mindset that our life is a journey and we have different seasons in that journey, different waypoints. And just like, spring is different than winter, fall is different than summer. There's no one that's more important than the other. We have our favorites. That's where the analogy breaks down. We do have our favorite seasons, but they're not more important than the other, and they all make for a rich year, right? A rich tapestry. So all of the seasons in my life just make me who I am, right? And tell a story about me, and we all have our stories. So I hope that you will embrace that point of view and, dare I say, cheer me on as I go through these steps in the next, weeks, months, years, moving from one all-encompassing way of life, I guess you could say, to maybe a new one. It could be the path that I've set out on, or it could be something totally different. I don't know. That's the joy of life, right? We only have today, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. So I want to welcome you to this channel. I hope that you will share in a positive way any things that you have to say, any insights, comments, suggestions, but that it will be positive, just as you would be if you came into my home. So I think that's a good segue to welcome you to my home, which is, we're in one of the rooms of my home. This is not a made up set just for YouTube. This is a room that I call the reading room, and I want to welcome you in here. So just as I would welcome you into my home and you wouldn't be unkind or cruel, I trust that you will not be unkind or cruel here, and that you will be, you know, your best self, I guess I could say. This is the reading room, and I welcome you here. I hope that you'll be comfortable in the times that we spend together here. That to say, maybe some of the videos that I make will be in this room where I'm doing what I'm doing right now, which is just chatting with you, sharing things that I'm learning, maybe teaching something. Or I was trying to think of all of the YouTube videos and people that I like and things that I like to watch. And some of those have to do with the home. Very few have to do with cooking. I don't really watch a lot of cooking videos, but some have to do with travel. I love those, especially if they're in England, because then I get to be an armchair traveler to England. And sometimes I watch beauty videos, but you won't see any of that here. None of that here. Hair tutorials, you won't see any of that, although I do appreciate watching hair tutorials. So that's to say, I wanted to share some of the YouTube video people that I've really admired over the years. One at the top of the list would be Garden Answer. I found Garden Answer probably in 2018 or 19, and it was funny. I was just looking for suggestions on things to plant in window boxes and came up with one of their videos. And if you have not watched Garden Answer and you like to garden, I recommend them. Another one that I watch faithfully, and I enjoy doing this with my girls, is a channel called Kirsten and Jörg. And they are a lovely couple who are from Germany, and they moved to England. And so their videos are just about their life in England. And they do get to travel quite a bit. They go to country houses, they stay in cottages, Airbnbs. They do some cooking videos. Recently, they've been renovating their kitchen, which is neat to see. I learned a new brand of kitchen that I've never heard of called Devol. It's spelled DEVOL, and they look like a really neat company if you are in the market for kitchens. I understand that they have a storefront in New York City, in fact. And I was looking at that name, and it's loved spelled backwards. And so I wondered if they did that purposefully, if they took the word loved, turned it around, made the DE capital L, or capital V, Devol. Other channels that I've really liked over the years would be Linda Vodder. I love her for her garden tips. And Audrey Coyne for her desire to find out her sense of fashion and find her own personal style and help people find theirs. So, and most recently, I found a lady named Georgie Newberry, and her channel is called Common Farm Flowers. And she is located in England and is a flower farmer, and her videos are great. She's hysterical to watch. She seems like someone that you could be friends with, you know, that you could call up and say, let's go get a cup of coffee, or let's go downtown and go shopping. She seems like that kind of person. I'll tell you how I found her. In May, because I do like to garden, in May is the Chelsea Flower Show in England. And whilst I've never been there, I use that couple of, week or two in May as a treat. And I sit down every morning and watch a video clip about the Chelsea Flower Show, usually through a show called Gardener's World with hosts like Monty Don and Joe Swift and Carol Klein. And it was during that time a video came up that said, what to wear for 3 days at the Chelsea Flower Show. And it was Georgie Newberry. She was going to be going to the Chelsea Flower Show to do some sort of judging. And I watched that little video, and then since I watched a couple of hers, which is a good segue into what I'm doing as learning something new And I feel like watching a couple of her videos really championed me on in this desire, which is to become a writer. And I'm going to tell you more about that in upcoming videos. Today, I just wanted to welcome you to my channel. I wanted to tell you a little bit about my thought process, about why I'm doing it. And in upcoming videos, I'll share a little bit more about myself, a little bit more about what I've been doing for the last 30 years, what I am still going to be doing for at least the next 6 years, but what I want to be doing as a way of a parallel passion project, I guess you could say, or learning a new skill. And so I hope you'll join me and we'll have fun together. I want to thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care. As mentioned, one of the people that I watch on YouTube over the last couple of years is Linda Vodder, and one of the parts I like about her videos are her outfits of the day. Not sure if she still does them for every video, but for a time there she was. Every single video either started or ended with her outfit of the day. And she, like me, is a big thrifter, and I have always been. Back when I was in junior high school, I would go to Georgetown, a little section of DC, and go thrifting and go to vintage clothing stores. So in honor of Linda Vodder, I'm going to steal her idea because I think it's so cute. So this is my outfit of the day. I have on a scarf that is made, you know what, I forget what country it's made in, but it came from a company called Serve, which is a fair trade company. You might want to look them up if you enjoy supporting fair trade and handcrafted artisans. So that's my scarf. My turtleneck is not thrifted. I bought this years ago though, so it's about 6 or 7 years old, from Land's End. Now this is completely thrifted. This beautiful sweater is nice, soft, cozy, by Banana Republic. My jeans, I completely forget what kind they are or where I got them, but I know they were thrifted. And I know they're tapered at the bottom, but I like how that looks with my ankle boots, which these I've had for about 11 years, and they're a brand called Off the Beaten Track. There was a season about 11 or 12 years ago where I was obsessed with Off the Beaten Track, and I have about 3 sandals, 2 pairs of high heels. They're not really high heels, they're like wedges, and then these boots, all from Off the Beaten Track. This is not sponsored. I don't even know if Off the Beaten Track is still around. Now, later on, when I go out, this is what I'll put on for my coat. Now just look at the tag. Can you see it says Made in Wales? Woven in Wales. Welsh woolens. I found this at a thrift store, a teeny tiny thrift store. Oh my goodness, I think it was about 18 years ago. As soon as I found this, I absolutely fell in love. I don't wear it that often because it's brown, and I wear black. But when I wear brown in the cold weather, I love this. Look at it. It's a vest with a cape on it. Now you could take the cape off. Look, it snaps off. Who knows what year this would have been made, but I absolutely love it. And of course, gloves. Oh, I forgot to say my earrings. Linda Vodder always says her earrings. These earrings I got at a little store that was an accessory store in the little town near where we live about 13 years ago. And a lady who moved to our town from Texas had opened this accessory store. It didn't stay open very long, but I got these earrings and it has a necklace to match, which I'm not wearing today. And that's it. That's my outfit of the day.